question that comes up always about, well, I think I need to get married, remarried, married again. Why? Listen, I'm not saying no, and I'm not saying yes. I'm just saying why. Why? Listen. What would be the reason? I'm not being mean to you. I'm just sounding mean right now. I'm not being mean. What would be the reason for you to get married again? I wrote 3 things down. It's the only thing I could think of. Actually, not really. There was a 4th one, but I didn't want to put it on paper because the notes are uploaded and people can read them. So number 1 was fear of being alone. That's a big one, don't you think? Are you guys here tonight? That's a big one, Pastor Jack. The fear of being alone. Okay? I think that's a legitimate one, but I'm a guy and I wrote it, so maybe it's not legitimate after all. I don't know. Being alone. Number 2, the fear of missing out on life, that you're just going to feel like you're going to be living half a life. It's possible. 3, the fear of not being taken care of. Now, you may be some big burly man in here tonight. I got news for you. You think, oh, I don't need anybody in my life. Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. But what are the reasons? Maybe you have your own reasons of why you should get married again. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no, but what does the Bible say about your particular situation? Now, granted, remember, we have a short period of time to answer just a few questions tonight. But I want to put this out before you, and you're going to say, man, that just sounds so cliche. That sounds just so Christianese to say. But I want you to know I believe this. Everything that I think I could fill in about the fear or the need or the want of why I should get married again, I believe that everything that I'm looking for will be satisfied in an active, dynamic, spirit-filled Christian life. See, what are you talking about? I'm talking about any loneliness would be evaporated if I'm following God with all my heart. Now listen, I'm going somewhere with this. Well, what about feeling like you're living half a life? I wouldn't have that feeling if I'm living a radical, and I like to say a radicalized Christian life for God. I wouldn't be feeling like I'm living half a life. Well, what about personal needs? God can take care of my personal needs. I mean, why don't I just say it? If you're a guy predominantly, because I can only speak from a guy, what about sex? What am I going to do? God can take care of that. Lord, you know me. I'm going to freak out. Help me. What do you think God will do? Nope, not going to help you. He will help you. I believe that everything that a marriage that's gone bad, I think leaves me now void in that area. God feels that need. I believe it. Lisa and I, not too often, but I guess it comes up maybe once or twice a year, we will say things like this to each other. You know, if I die or if you die, what do you think? And we all have our things, and it changes with our ages. You know, it changes with age and time. But she'll say things like, well, I don't think I could ever, just the thought of dating somebody again and marrying somebody again and going through that again, I don't want to do that. And she said, well, Jack, what about you? And what if I died? What would you do? And I said, well, I've told you for the last 30 years, if you died, I'm moving to Hawaii. I'm going to sleep on the beach and hand out tracts. Aloha. But you think about these things. Just know this. If you find yourself tonight in that place of, oh my gosh, I'm half a human. My husband left me and now it's been 3 years and I'm just, what am I marked? Do I have a scarlet letter on my forehead? No. Your emotions may tell you that. Understand this. Everything that you need, God will provide. We've just not learned how to pursue Him as we ought to go after Him, like the Song of Solomon speaks about. It's amazing. The Bible says in Ephesians 5:15, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. That should be the pursuit of every believer.